wasn't for your report, I would have been left in the dark about a lot of information.
Tonight, a family is outraged. Their disabled son is missing $500,000 that they entrusted to a St. Petersburg-based nonprofit, and they're turning to 8 on Your Side for answers.
In 14 days, that same nonprofit that was supposed to manage that missing money will be shut down for good. Investigative reporter Brittany Muller has been on this story since February. She joins us now in studio live.
Jen Keith, tonight, St. Petersburg Center for Special Needs Trust Administration is at the focus of a criminal investigation. But with more than $100 million still missing, new victims and their families continue to come forward, some of whom never even knew their money was missing. Now they're left to wonder when justice will be served and if they'll ever see any money recovered.
Calvin Hopkins and his family had been in a vacuum, not realizing what was happening to his money.
Those funds were supposed to help make life easier for him, especially as he gets older, having different needs.
Lakeisha Pitts says when her son Calvin was 7, he was playing outside and a structure crushed him. He went without oxygen for at least 20 minutes.
He shouldn't have survived. He shouldn't have. But of course, through the grace of God and many, many prayers, God blessed him. He's my walking angel. He's a walking miracle.
Calvin underwent multiple surgeries. He was awarded a nearly $600,000 settlement to provide for his future care. That money was placed in a trust at St. Petersburg Center for Special Needs Trust Administration in 2021. He's now 14.
For me as a parent, I can never get back the child that he was before his accident took place.
Court records show between 2009 and 2020, Center founder Leo Gavani loaned $100 million from more than 1,500 trusts at the center to his own company, Boston Finance Group. That loan was never repaid. In February of 2024, the center filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
He had around roughly $115,000 left in his trust.
That was in February. It's December, and you're just now learning of all of this?
Mind you, I find out this information after looking at your investigative report, and it made me go back and look at the timeline.
Pitt says she had never received any of the paperwork being mailed to notify her of the federal court battle, nor the FBI's criminal investigation. A center representative told her last month that $500,000 vanished from her son's trust.
They were supposed to protect them. This is a special needs trust administration, meaning these individuals are disabled, they are defenseless, and you are supposed to protect them. But instead of protecting them, you took advantage of them and you essentially stole their money, and money that was supposed to make life a little bit easier for them.
But now the case is moving forward as a federal judge shut down the center and has tasked CPT Institute to take over in 2 weeks and manage the remaining funds. But families like Calvin's who trusted the center are left in agony.
Pretty much says a lot about people who can be cruel enough to do this to people that need this much as I do.
Leo Gavani has not been charged with a crime. We have not been able to reach him. His attorneys have previously told us no comment. But Calvin's family, like the hundreds of others across the country, still want to know, where did their money go?
And there are a lot of layers to this story, as you've been uncovering over months and months. Back in September, you told us about a local doctor who reached some sort of settlement in a lawsuit against Big Storm Brewery. That was significant because there were some claims that there was a connection between Big Storm Brewery and the center, but it left us all with a lot of questions. Have you been able to peel back any more of that onion?
Yes, right, Jen. We have learned that Leo Gavani and his son, LJ Gavani, co-own Big Storm up until about a week ago. That lawsuit that you were just talking about alleged the two engaged in theft, embezzlement, and laundered millions of dollars from the center, but the parties involved reached a confidential settlement. In a post on LinkedIn just last week, LJ Gavani wrote that it's time for him to embark on a new chapter and has since stepped down as president. The center's victims have many questions, and so do we. So, of course, we will stay on this story as we've been following every development.
Yeah, every twist and turn.
It's going to be a year pretty soon. This investigation has been going on. Thank you, Brittany. If you have something you'd like Brittany to investigate, you can call the 8 on Your Side helpline, 1-800-338-0808.